Hey, what's up guys and gals? How are we all doing? Good? That's good. Liminal spaces have always been fascinating to me, and I'm sure a lot of other people as well. But what makes them so fascinating? I love the feeling of nostalgia I get when I look at photos like this one. And honestly, I do kind of enjoy the sense of isolation I feel when I look at photos like this one. So recently I started spending more time outside, touching grass, and I noticed something a little bit spooky dooky. I'm surrounded by liminal spaces. In fact, we all are, even if we don't realize it. And I've been seeing more and more opportunities for me to fulfill my childhood dream of becoming a liminal space photographer. So with that being said, welcome to me becoming a liminal space photographer for 1 week.
Hello, it's me editing. I just wanted to quickly come on here and say I'm so sorry that it looks like I have a flippin' black eye in this video. I don't have a black eye. I did not get punched in the face. I am just sick. So sorry for looking like a literal zombie. Back to the video.
So a liminal space invokes different feelings for different people. Some photos spark nostalgia, some photos spark like dread or isolation. There's a word that's often associated with liminal spaces, and that is anemoia. It's a word for a feeling of nostalgia about experiences you've never had and places you've never been to. Now, a lot of liminal spaces give off that feeling, so much so that it's got its own subgenre of liminal space called dreamcore. Dreamcore photos are all centered around creating this emotion inside you, giving you anemoia, sometimes so much so that I lay awake at night spending hours staring at my ceiling, contemplating my existence and my meaning on this planet to such an extent that I no longer feel real, and instead I just break down and cry until I fall asleep. While a lot of liminal space photos invoke that feeling of anemoia, liminal spaces themselves have their own definition as to what they actually are. And I'm paraphrasing here, but a liminal space is a transitional point in space or time, often depicted by hallways, passages, tunnels, or stairs, as these things are often used to get from one point in space to another. I think they're most effective in giving me a liminal feeling when it's a photo of stairs or of a hallway that looks like it should be busy, but are instead empty. So to clarify, I did not give you all of that information for no reason. I'm sure a lot of you, if not all of you, already know what a liminal space is. But for this video, obviously I'm going to try and be a liminal space photographer for a week. So I have to take all of that information into account when I go looking for places to take photos of. Now, a week is obviously 7 days, but I got this idea from a photo my brother took. I will be including that one because I think it's awesome, but that does mean I'll only be collecting 6 photos. Anywho, let's not waste any time. As you can imagine, my watch time goes down significantly the longer I drag this out. So let's go see me exploring. So I can't give out the locations to all of these photos, unfortunately, as some of them will dox the hell out of me, but the ones I can provide, I will. And for reference, all of these photos were taken in various suburbs in and around Brisbane City in Queensland, Australia.
I just walked outside to go get the first photo for this video, and I just realized it's been raining.
So the first photo I discovered when I was going for a walk one night. This is sort of around where I used to work.
Dude, most of this walk is really dark. Like, I didn't realize it until I saw myself on the camera.
But I never saw it at nighttime. And when I finally did see it at nighttime, it was coincidentally around the same time as I started looking for locations for this video. As soon as I saw this place, I knew it had to be in this video.
So there is someone in the building right now, not in the part that I'm going to take a photo of. I just don't want to look sus, you know. So I'm going to walk up and take a photo and hopefully not get killed. Okay, so I got the photo. I didn't realize that the lobby is in direct view of where I just took the photo. I also just found another liminal space in there.
It doesn't hit the exact description on what I explained a liminal space is,
but the photo I got was everything I hoped it would be.
I feel like it's a pretty standard one you would see around the internet anyway, so I thought it would be a good place to start. And this photo was taken at Little Crib Street in Milton. So for this next photo, I really wanted to hit the definition as best I could. I thought back on tunnels and stairs and hallways, and I realized
this bridge
would be a good one.
Okay, I'm going to take a photo of it empty, which might be a little bit hard to get. It's not busy out, but it's not like quiet. So hopefully I can catch a shot of it being quiet enough.
Because no one's there right now, so...
No one's there right now. Dude, I got multiple camera angles in this.
Yeah, bro.
I got a high budget now, fellas.
After all, they are a thing that gets you from one point to another. And what better bridge than
this bridge?
Kangaroo Point Bridge only opened in like November or December of 2024, so it's really new.
So there's one person in front of us, and there's a couple of people coming up behind us. I'm hoping that the person in front of us can be out of frame before those people behind us reach us.
But it gets pretty quiet at night, so I thought I would try and go around midnight to try and get a shot of it being completely empty. I was obviously not going to get a photo of it empty in the middle of the day, and I thought it looked more liminal at night anyway, so. I just realized I forgot to say the part at the end. This photo was taken at Kangaroo Point Bridge. You can find a lot of liminal space photos being of child play equipment or abandoned playgrounds in these like play centers. There was actually a play center near where me and my brother grew up in Adelaide called Wacky Warehouse. This place was the absolute shit. We both have so many great memories there. Our mum celebrated her 40th birthday there, and I'm pretty sure I had a birthday or two there. Playgrounds and play centers are a massive part of a lot of people's childhoods, and it definitely leans more into the Anamoya type of liminal when there's a photo of a dark, abandoned, or quiet playground. And my brother and I thought of the perfect spot to get a photo just like these. And this photo was taken at the Brisbane Botanic Gardens playground at around 10:30 p.m. So this next location I definitely cannot give out, unfortunately, as it is literally the I walk past this spot pretty much every single day because my car is literally about 5 meters from where this photo was taken.
I don't know, it's crazy.
Yo, what the hell?
However, I actually have to give credit to my severely more famous brother for spotting this one, as he pointed it out like a day or two after I told him about this idea, and honestly, he cooked. This photo is taken in a place that I'm not going to tell you. No, it's a secret. For this photo, it's a bit of a unique location and not one that I think is publicly accessible. Sorry. My brother got this photo because our mum used to work at the Logan Hyperdome. Don't worry, she works very far from there now, so I can say that. And I also double checked with her, so don't stress. Son of the year. This photo was taken in like the staff hallway to get to the area where you put the bins out. Obviously there's not much I can say on this photo as I didn't take it, but other than that, I think it looks pretty sick. So yeah, this photo was taken in a staff only area of the Logan Hyperdome shopping center. So for the final specific location I'll be going to for this video, don't worry, I know we're only at number 6, I thought a cinema hallway was in order as there are plenty of these around the internet, and there are plenty of cinemas around where I live, but one in particular came into mind for its unique hallway. Now, I had to walk a fair way to get this one, so I got lots of vitamin D, as my doctor recently recommended, except I actually didn't because it was nighttime. Anyway, I walked to this cinema, and when I finally arrived, it was perfect.
That's one location that we could do. Through here's another one we could do. Could do like that. There's another spot through here.
Welcome to level Lemon.
We could do right in there as well. Righty, so we got a couple good shots of the arcade. Dude, me when I'm literally playing a racing car game.
There was actually a few different spots that I could have taken a photo, but I ended up deciding on this one. And this photo was taken in the hallways of the Cineplex Cinema in South Bank. So I'm not going to talk too much here for this one because I'm actually going exploring for this photo. I didn't have a specific location in mind for the 7th photo, so I thought it would be cool to just kind of wander aimlessly through the city on a day that I had nothing really better to do and find a liminal looking spot. And alas, here's how it went.
I recommended to come to this car park and I thought it would be cool if it was empty. But it's not. There's actually a lot of people here. So I'm gonna go back up to the general public right now. Okay, so I went up to ground, but I saw this. So I'm gonna go down to G and see if there's anyone down there. Hello. Subscribe to Jordan Hales. Yo, what? There's no one here. But like I can hear cars. I made a good call coming down here, man. Like level G is empty as. This is crazy. Car parks when they're empty feel so wrong. There's really not that much to explore down here, to be honest. It's quite small. I might take a pic just in case, but we're gonna go explore some more. Like all the G's on the poles make it look like a lot more liminal. At least it did in the photo. Like look at, there's G's on like every pole, man. It's crazy. I'm gonna be a goober and go up that escalator because I like escalators. And we're outside again. I'm in Brisbane's like main shopping street right now. This part of the video is not scripted at all. I genuinely have no clue where to go. Obviously I had ideas for like the other ones, so it was easy. I just like left my house and just went and got the photo. This one, I have no clue where to even start. As I was saying before, liminal spaces are all around us. So I'm kind of counting on that for this video. This is actually a really nice looking store, the Antique Guild. Wow, wait, that looks so pretty. I'm gonna try going to a quieter part of the city, more out of the center, and see if we have any luck there. There's like a church just here. Big ass church. It's pretty quiet because it's like 7:45 at night. So we're gonna see if that's liminal at all. That being said, if this church is not liminal enough, there's also the hallway behind me, which looks flippin' terrifying. I really want this final photo to hit. You know, I want it to be perfect. I feel like a lot of the ones in this video have actually been pretty good, considering it's my first time. Okay, this isn't a liminal space, but that is so cool. I don't think I've ever seen the moon shine behind a cloud like that before. This place is empty, yeah? It's empty, and it would usually be busy, but it's not quite a liminal space. So I'm gonna go try that lane across the road. Dude, it actually looks perfect. From here, I'm looking at it, it's directly across the road in front of me. It looks sick. Dude, let's absolutely go. I think we got it, ladies and gentlemen. I think we found the place. There's a lot of editing should probably do, because there's like Ozpost signs there and there, but this is nice. And I got the photo and video right before like 3 people just walked through. That's a sign from heaven in my books. I'm gonna go look for some more just in case. But I think that's the one. There's this place as well, which I think would be pretty cool if there wasn't cars parked there. This old Telstra thing, which I thought would be cool if there wasn't rubbish everywhere. A lot of the city's like new, so you kind of got to rely on like the back alleys unless you're inside the building. I feel like the insides of a lot of these buildings would have them. Outside, I feel like it's more like the laneways and stuff. Like there's this one, and there's this one. There's 2 right there. Boom, straight up. I think that one that we found before is it. I didn't have to walk very far to get that either. So I'm gonna head my way to a loading zone and I'm gonna catch an Uber home. Have a good night, eh? Yeah. Got myself some flippin' M&Ms, let's go.
And this final photo was taken at Brisbane GPO, which is pretty much in the dead center of the city. So now we get to see what all of the photos look like after they've been edited. Obviously every picture is different, so they all have a few different like editing things about them. Now just so it's out there, I am by no means a photographer or a photo editor, so I'm sure a lot of people out there can edit these photos a lot better than I can. And I encourage you to do so. If you'd like the originals to play around with and edit yourself, then feel free to send me a DM at 02_JRDN, and I'd be happy to send them through for you. So for the first photo, I really wanted to emphasize that eerily empty space type of feeling, and the empty office turned out to be perfect. And again, this photo was taken on Cribb Street in Milton. The second photo, as I said when I was taking it, I really wanted to follow the textbook definition of a transitional empty space. There are a few hallways that I could have done instead, but I thought being a bridge and being outside would really add to the emptiness and the vastness of the bridge. And once more, this photo was taken at Kangaroo Point Bridge. The third photo is probably one of my favorites, to be honest. I wanted to create that sense of a familiar childhood place being lonely, despite it usually being a place memorialized in our minds of being associated with friends and joy and happy memories. Those places can be just as empty and just as liminal as any other, a transitional point in time. Now I know that got a little bit dark, but I feel like it's important nonetheless. And again, this photo was taken at a playground in Brisbane's Botanic Gardens. So the fourth photo on this list was actually the one my brother pointed out.
It's pretty good photo.
It's got the elevator there as the transitional element, but other than that, it just sort of feels empty. It was difficult to convey how lonely this space felt, mainly because it was like 8 stories underground, but it was definitely one I wanted to add in this video. And this photo was taken at a car park at an undisclosed location. Thought you got me there, didn't you? So the fifth photo is the only photo that I didn't take myself and is the only location that's not in or around Brisbane City. My brother took this photo a couple of years ago and it's actually in a staff-only area, so the general public cannot access it. That being said, if you really wanted to go visit all of these locations, I am sure that there is a way to access it. You may just get kicked out if you're caught, which I'm not condoning. Anyways, this photo was taken in a staff hallway of the Logan Hyperdome in Loganholme. The sixth photo was of a place I've seen become more popular in the liminal space community recently. It seems to be a fan favorite of sorts. I follow a few liminal space pages on Instagram and I watch a couple of YouTubers that do videos about liminal spaces, on all of which I've seen cinema photos pop up a little bit more than usual. This photo is similar to the playground in sense of what I was trying to achieve when it comes to the emotion. A familiar place known for fun and happy memories being empty and lonely. This photo was of course taken in the Cineplex Cinema in South Bank. So the 7th and final photo wasn't actually too hard to find, to be honest. Obviously, I was exploring for this one because I wanted to put to the test how easy liminal spaces can be to find. And I think it was a successful test. We actually found quite a few. I honestly just had a great time walking around the city aimlessly. I wasn't rushing or anything. It was nice to just take it all in. So the final liminal space photo for the week and for this video was taken at the Brisbane GPO pass-through. I don't know what to call it, but you know what I'm saying. So there you have it, guys and gals. I became a liminal space photographer for a week. I don't know how well I did on the photo side of things, but I like to think they all kind of convey the emotion that I was intending to put behind them, even if they're not textbook liminal spaces. I think the main point of this video wasn't to try out my photo editing skills or even see if I could remotely take a liminal space photo. I think it was to remind myself and to show all of you guys that these liminal spaces and these places that hold these emotions exist everywhere, whether we choose to see them or not. Whether it's through a photo or through our own eyes shouldn't have to matter. All of these places have a unique form of beauty, and the emotions they have the potential to give are rare. I know life is busy, I know we're always rushing and there's always better things to do, but it's important to stop, look around, and feel whatever emotions are there with you, as dark or as light as they might be. The ability to feel emotions at all is a gift, and as a good friend once told me, that's why it's called the present, because it's a gift. See you next time. Love you.